I think this is why it's so important to have a Skype call like this to see. 'Cause, I mean, if I'd mixed that up without knowing, I wouldn't know if I'd overdone it or. But
Yeah,
actually, now as you're doing it, I can really see it starting to work. But it's that confidence.
it's
Exactly as you said, it is just before mud in the cup.
yeah.
But now that it's poured out, I can really see it starting to work.
Now something that I didn't see, but I've prepared for it, and preparation I keep saying is everything. You see that piece of paint on there?
Oh yeah,
That will actually foul the resin, so I'm prepared with a pair of tweezers to pick those pieces out
yeah.
and just get them off the board. And again, I've got a wipe here just to, and there's another one. And what that is really, it's just where the paint hasn't mixed. Now I can move this around the board any way I want to. I can tip the board from side to side.
Yeah.
I'm just filling in these little holes here. I can use my hand, or I can use a stirrer like this. But you'll notice that there's no resin running over any side, and that means
Yeah.
I've got the board absolutely dead, 100% flat.
Yeah.
The resin has covered the board exactly how I wanted it to cover.
Yeah. So it's not that messy, is it? I can see you obviously need to be prepared in case you do drop something.
Yeah.
But I imagined it a little bit like some sort of infinity pool with it pouring off the edges.
Oh, really?
It's not at all, is it?
Depending if you mix too much, but because I've done it so many times, I know exactly how much to mix.
Yeah.
And now I can do many things now. If I want to move the resin, I can move it with a heat gun.
Ah.
And I'll do that now. But what I'll do first, I'll just heat the resin slightly.
Yeah.
And then I'll move the resin
Okay.
on a cooler setting. I'll just heat it up. Okay, and now I'll move it around a bit.
That's working well. Could you use a regular hairdryer to do this sort of thing if you don't have a heat gun, or would that not work as well?
To be honest, most people do use a hairdryer.
Right.
I've got hairdryers in my training school because I know a lot of people know their way around a hairdryer better than their way around a heat gun.
Yeah.
I prefer the heat gun.
Yeah.
That's only because I don't use a hairdryer. When I'm using a heat gun or a hairdryer, I always have a cloth.
Yeah.
And when I finish with it, I drop it on the cloth because there's that much plastic around.
Yeah.
It'll just melt onto the heat gun. Okay, now that is actually finished there, but what I'm going to do a little bit now, I'm going to add to it. I can see areas of blue and areas of pink.
Yeah.
And I'm going to introduce some of those colours. I'm going to introduce some of those colours to other colours across the board. I can just take this, for example.
Ah, yeah.
And I can move that way over there. Again, it's just an introduction of colour to areas where there is little colour. And it gives a whole new spin to whatever you're working on. Now, over time, I said it's 30 minutes and this thing will start setting. But every minute of those 30 minutes, the resin will try to reclaim these paths that I'm making through it.
Ah, I see.
So I have to keep coming back and babysitting this piece until that 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Until that 30 minutes is up. And then I'm more or less guaranteed of keeping these lines that I'm making now. Do it a bit more over this side, I think.
So, and after the 30 minutes, that it obviously stops moving around. But how long before it's truly dry?
Moving for another 4 hours.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So when I come back to it, it might be something completely different. That's why I like a dirty pour.
Yeah.
You really don't know what you're going to get. You have an idea, and it's an idea only.
Yeah.
But in 3 or 4 hours, it might be something. All these colours are still going to be blending into each other.
Yeah.
What I would do, there's not a great deal I need to do to that. But what I'll do, I'll give it another quick tour.
Yeah. So when you're just heating it up with a heat gun, is that making it more fluid? I mean, I know you can use it to blow it around, but when you were just warming it up before, does that make it?
It makes it more fluid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like to keep it as fluid for as long as I can because I'm one of those people who sees something and then 10 minutes later I'll change my mind.
Yeah.
And I'll want to do something else with it.
I suppose if it's changing as you're looking at it, things can emerge that you want to sort of run with and
correct
make even better.
Yeah. And that's what does tend to happen. But what I like, and I'm not sure you can see it on the video, but the thing is glass clear.
Yeah.
Absolutely glass clear. And that's the finish I'm looking for. Again, it's all down to preparation, and I keep harping on about preparation. If the preparation is right, everything else is right. The resin bit at the end is the easy bit.
Yeah.
But that paint I put on the board, I sanded it down twice. After I'd finished sanding it, I use a microfiber cloth to wipe it. I only use microfiber. I don't use cotton because cotton leaves trace hairs on the board.
Yeah, which is the same issue that you had with bits of paint and that sort of thing.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. And it's once your preparation is right, this bit now I can just play around as long as I like because I know all the preparation I've done was the right kind of preparation.
Yeah.
And I've got time now just to concentrate only on the design.
Yeah, I can. The more you do this, I can see why it was so important to get it dead level, because if it's constantly moving in one direction, it's going to be very hard to control.
To be honest, I do that purposely sometimes.
Yeah.
I'll put a peg underneath each cup that I've got that you can see.
Yeah.
And I'll remove a peg and I allow the whole design to flow to that corner and start running off.
Yeah.
And when it's started to run, then I'll stop it.
Yeah.
But it looks great that your whole design is going in one direction.
Yeah.
You know, it looks as though there's an actual flow, but really there is no flow. It's just something you've manipulated, you know. And there we go. There's your dirty pour.
That looks great.
It's amazing what you can do, isn't it?
It is, and actually, it's quite quick, isn't it? It's
yeah, it is. Yeah, the resin bit is the easy, but the preparation this morning, all around me on the floor, what you can't see, there's polythene all around me.
Yeah.
You look at the scale, there's polythene all around it.
Yeah.
I've got a work table next to me where I've got my alcohol wipes where I'll wipe down all the sticks.
Yeah.
But everything is covered in polythene.